Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Jaguars going up against the Bengals.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Fournette, a first down carry. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They keep it with Fournette on first down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. From the gun, it's Ryan. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. So first possession, fourth and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal is there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down, and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Now let's go. Leopard. Detroit.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense. First down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now Ryan on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting to run. He'll check this one off to Fournette. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down to the offense needing 5 yards. Again, it's Fournette. Fights through him. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Now it's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Fournette. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now it's Ryan. That is incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
On third down, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Westbrook, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On 2nd down, Ryan. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jordan Evans leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the 1st half. Take the 3 points and move on.
So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he hits his man, Matthews. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Shift together here from the D-line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A handoff to Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Red zone opportunity. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Give Fournette another crack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They'll look to throw. Finding some room at midfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go! On play action, they'll throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
They'll run here with Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Eifert, the man in motion. The toss play to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now Dan Carpenter to try a field goal here. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Leonard Fournette, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And Olsen over the middle. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll go down as a loss of 8, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Green. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Here we go now. Green.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Green complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Bengals bring out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And now out come the Jags. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Fournette on the counter. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now it's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And some room to roam now. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old Gautlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. 2nd down following the run. run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a third down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And out now, here come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They go play action here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw, deep depth. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, 45 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They'll toss it to Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Fournette. And some space here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.